you too.
All right.
All right, so ladies.
First part we're going to do is we're going to start off in side control. So Mike's going to go on his back. Now we are wearing the gi. I like what Mike's doing already. Okay. The moment he is getting into position, one, get used to it. Flatten your back is losing. Stop it. Why are you voluntarily putting yourself flat on your back and automatically putting yourself in losing position? But with a live roll, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you probably see red too, bro. Okay. The habits we build are our responses. I mean, this is what we do. So start building the response now that instantaneously he's already facing me, hands are already up, so that as I'm getting into position, I'm already going to meet his frames. Now this is where we make the conscious choice to be good partners and then allow it to go into the next position. But we want to make the automatic response, put the frames up, take a little bit of that pressure on there, and then again, make the conscious choice to move to something else, rather than trying to make it automatic that I come in and Mike goes, okay, we're doing side control, and just flattens out. So we're wearing the gi. So the goal is, for me, it's always no gi first. Okay? Every grip, every connection, every time I touch, it's no gi first. No gi is not superior, but when we're talking about fighting and things of that nature, we want to talk self-defense. Okay? Nobody's going to be coming in and going, all right, Dave, we're about to fight. Are you ready? And then I get to assess and go, okay, he's wearing this style of clothes, so I'm going to use this style technique. Okay? Likelihood is you get blindsided. Okay? I have to make a grip, I have to make a connection, and it's going to be based on what I feel, and what I feel is an arm, a leg, a body. So that's what I'm going to be grabbing onto. Okay? And then, once we realize what we're working with, then we can add the tools into the game. And I'm very big on, okay, I have calculators sitting on my desk. Why am I doing math? Okay, I know my math, but why am I going to sit there and pull out a piece of paper and do long form division when I have a calculator? So when the tool is there to help you out, start learning how to use it, but never let the tool replace your knowledge of how to do it in the first place. So that's why everything I do is always going to be no grips first, no grabbing onto the gi, and then we'll add the gi as we start getting our control. So as soon as I start coming in, Mike is already meeting me. First thing we're going to do is as I start to come in, Mike is going to start to move away. So he's going to stay up on his side. As I try to make my connection, Mike is just going to keep moving away. So now when the opportunity comes, as he's moving and scooting, moving and scooting, moving and scooting, when he thinks there's a gap sizable enough, he's going to slide his feet in between the two of us and then start looking for his guard. Scoot away. When he thinks that there's that gap, then he's going to slide his knees in and pull guard. Okay. Goal is try to get your legs all the way around your partner. Don't just put your knee in, but at the same time, don't scoot once and then put your knee in. Scoot 3, 4, 5. Create a sizable gap to the point where when you look at it, you go, how do I miss? That's the best time to throw it. Okay? So again, start with your partner. Bring your hands up. You're on your side. Your partner should not flatten you out at all. If they flatten you out, you're not moving. Okay? Get on your side. They come in. My frames come up. As they push in, I'm scoot, 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 scoot. And again, when the gap opens up large enough, throw those knees inside, or at least the bottom knee, and see if you can get into close guard. All right.
I said I'll come back.
Scoot, move. Gaps become your friend. Huh? Now, right now, remember, this is just drilling, not fighting. Don't try to overpower your partner. We want guard to be a success.
The guys aren't looking and try to get on your side and push away. Gonna do it again? Yeah, you said the liner's not legal. They only allow the liner at the top.
And then you can pull this back up. Clear.
What's up?
Kick the
Yeah.
disc over there.
So I was just trying to get these.
And you are connected to the bump box, so if you can put some music on. You're gonna have to turn the bump box on though. Yeah. Low key. Lay down, buddy. Lay down, buddy. Shh. Lay down. Lay down. What happened to my sleepy boy?
On, Dad.
I know.
6 a.m. on Wednesday. Somebody's gonna get video.
So about 30 more seconds.
Charlie.
Scoot move, scoot move, scoot move. Yeah, I got something ready to bring it up.
I was doing great until 4th of July, you know, like the crapper. But I haven't gained any weight, I've just maintained. I started at 331 and I'm at 325.
I gotta start going more aggressive.
It just means we need cardio. I know it's what I don't need to swear it for the
All right.
No, just that way he's not all up your butt.
All right, so now,
Did you rattle the doggy?
so now if I flat Mike out, and I do get him out of position, now he goes completely flat on his back. So now this is the hardest fight. Okay? The easiest fight is to do the work before, okay, big lesson for the kids, procrastinators fail at jujitsu horribly.
That's what happened. That's me.
Because
Oh, please.
when you're doing everything late, you're losing.
Yeah.
I've already settled my position. Now you've got the biggest fight to do, not the smallest. If he stays on his side and moves, that's the easiest part. When I flatten him out, okay, he has to get back onto his side and start trying to create some motion. So in this case, I am going to flatten him out. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just a quick little exercise. So as I come in, as a general rule, when I go on top of Mike and I go on top of him, we fall on, not off. So a couple easy things that you can look at as far as that definition of falling on, not off. If I literally just relax and do nothing, okay, how easy is it for Mike to move? So in this case, I'm going to put one arm under his armpit, and then I'm going to just lay on top of him. Go ahead, move, Mike. Okay. Now, I'm going to put one arm over his arm, and I'm just going to lay down. Go ahead, move, Mike. So it seems simple, but by putting my arm under his armpit, my body's literally draping over the top of Mike. So now when I just lay down, okay, Mike's moving, but notice, my arm is still across his chest. I'm still on top of him, even though he's moving. And when I allowed Mike to get under my arm, the moment he moved, I'm literally just falling on the floor. Okay, so I'm technically now falling off of Mike rather than falling on. So when we get into each position, start thinking about, generally speaking, we want the far side connection. My ass is already over here. I need to connect something on the other side of Mike. And generally speaking, we like hips and armpits. Those are two great locations, okay? It's not typically the connection on top of the shoulder, it's a connection to the underside of the shoulder. So when I come into side control, I put this one over, my elbow's in his hip, and my hand kind of plays by his armpit. This gives me almost like the best of both worlds. Sometimes I'll put my hand into the floor over here. For me, the most important part is the elbow into the hip, okay? And then this hand, for me, will move around. This hand under the head, okay? Again, you can grab onto his knee, you can put your hand on the floor. But this is the little game we're gonna play right now. I'm just gonna lay here, and I'm gonna hold on to Mike. Okay? If he moves, I move, right? I am fighting Mike, but my goal right now is not to have to fight him very hard. Mike's gonna move around, he's not gonna get crazy, okay? But he's gonna start putting pressure into me, and I'm just gonna go for about 10 seconds. Here we go. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my goal is to keep my connection, keep my legs or my hips connected to his hips, stay with him wherever he goes. Okay? Now, go to the same position, we'll hold on to Mike, and this time, put one hand behind my back. Now this is the one that was connected to his head. Okay, ready? And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, I get to move however I need to with my hips to keep my weight on top of him, but I'm just trying to hold him down. He's pushing, he's trying to move. Now, we're gonna go same position. Ready? And go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. So, we're gonna play with that. It doesn't take very long. Each one is only about 10 seconds. Okay. And I want you to play 2 grips. Get rid of one. Get rid of the other. So you can start to understand and feel what each limb brings to the table in control when you move. Make sense? Yeah. It takes maybe less than a minute per person. All right, again, bottom person. We're not going hog wild, but you are trying to escape. Okay? I'm not like just throwing everything into it, but you are in that 10 seconds trying to see what you can do. Think of it like a progressive. Okay? If we're doing a countdown at 10, we're moving reasonably, and we're going to ramp it up as the countdown begins. So by the time I hit 1, I should be going fairly good trying to make my escape. Okay, either back to my knees or to pull up. All right, let's grab partners. Let's do that. Again, 2 hands, and then once with each hand. 1, 2, 3. I have a square open when I talk to you just before doing it.
Hey guys.
That way low pressure.
In your match. He would never.
tricked him. Oh. Still strong.
That's pretty hard to say.
Trick Mike and feet.
Actually, maybe that was awesome. But I remember when he exploded, and I just looked at it.
Get in your blue square.
Mike's really strong.
Not that strong.
I'm really agile.
Is your bedside?
Yep.
Where's the long side?
Watch out.
My bad.
Yeah, all right, we should be getting pretty close.
Oh, yeah. What if we're strong? She still takes classes.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, two. Yeah.
6'5", 4'2", 7.
Use the chaos back. That way, you can never guess what level pressure I'm supposed to be at.
I just can't count.
All right. So now, hopefully, you guys felt the most control with two hands. Hopefully. And then, each hand, people would be like, well, for myself, I feel a lot more control when I have my arm over his hip. And if it's only the hand by the head, that's where I have the least control. That's what I experienced. What was your guys?
Accurate.
Now, again, not a perfect science. It doesn't always work that way. How we move, how we drop our hips plays a huge factor in that. But generally speaking, and this becomes one of the majors in jiu-jitsu specifically, we try to control the hips. The hips become the foundation of most of our attacks. I get out my kids all the time. When they do takedowns, what do you think they try to grab? The head. The head is the least reliable control in the game, but guess what we target all the time? We target the head. Classic. I'm gonna come in, side headlock, and now Mike's taking my back. Okay? The head by itself is an unreliable control. Okay? But it's a power act. If I control his hip, and then I control his head, I can get a lot more out of it. Now again, when I control Mike's hip, the general space that we do our best work is from his hip to his armpit. It's in this space. Okay? It's not in this space. It's not over his arm, it's under his arm. When we look at almost everything we do, like most of the positions we're going to be in, okay, this is where my controls come in, where my hands tend to play. It's between here and here. Once Mike goes into that same space on me, the tide starts to shift. So we have to be a little careful of who gets the underhook and who gets to control. Once again, you turn that down a little bit, please.
Sure.
So we get in position. Now we're going to play with, okay, each hand has a different job. Predominantly, the one that goes over his hip is the control. This is what helps hold Mike down and everything else. But my hand that's on his head is what helps me keep Mike from being able to turn into me. It's also, weirdly, the one that helps me control his hips from being able to lift his hips high up in the air and the like, okay? So, when I go into position and I flatten Mike out, this one, I'm creating a wedge with my elbow to pinch his hip, and I'm pinching it up against my own knee, or I might sprawl a little bit and put my hip bone up against his hip bone. The goal is to block that leg so it can't come back in, okay? So now, when I'm here, the body does this really cool thing where Mike becomes super weak when I make his ear touch his shoulder. It's awesome. Okay. Come on, prove it. Sit up, Mike. Just go to your knees. Get your arms out. Be super strong. Be super strong. Okay. Now, I'm not even gonna do it. You do it. Put your ear to your shoulder. Okay. Angles determine power. Pure and simple across the board. The best part is, this is what I love about jiu-jitsu, I can prove it every single time. It's not a parlor trick or anything else. If Mike did it himself, the moment his neck goes this way, okay, it breaks the alignment of his spine, and it makes it difficult for everything to do its job. He's still strong, but compared to when his posture was perfect, and he put his arms out, I mean, it was way harder. So, I'm gonna play with Mike's neck to get different results as he moves, okay? So, first part, we're gonna go here, okay? Now, Mike's gonna bump his hips and try to lift me up in the air, okay? Okay. When I lift his head up, okay, now when Mike goes to bump his hips, it's not the same. It doesn't have the same. Yeah, when I take his spine and I make it concave, and he tries to drive, he doesn't get the same. He becomes strongest when he can drive his head back into the ground. That's when he becomes his strongest. So, I don't tend to like crunch him the entire time, but when I feel him loading up, and I feel his hips go, then I just kind of pick up his head a little bit, counteract. I'm not going to counteract everything he's doing, but I'll rob him of maybe 50%, okay, which is pretty significant. Okay. Now, at the same time, if I'm here, turn it into Mike. Go back. Turn it into Mike. Turn it into Mike. Right. Again, when I can take his neck, keep his head to the far side shoulder. Okay. Whether I use my shoulder to push in, one I've been preferring a lot this last probably 6 months or so. You got a sore neck. It's this trickle down that's happening. But I'm really going after making his ear touch his shoulder. And then, if I want to control his hips even further, I go ear to shoulder, then I pick it up slightly. And then feel how it controls. It's funny, I'm controlling here to control here.
So you're picking up his head.
Yes. But again, so when I pick him up here, it controls him going straight up and down. Okay? If I take his head and I make his ear touch his shoulder, okay, then I hold here, try and turn in. Okay? Now, if I do them both together, make his head touch his shoulder and pick him up slightly, now move Mike.
I didn't ask, I just said do it. So I don't wanna know how it
Now,
feels.
well, you're coming in, Mike's not resisting me very hard, and he's not fighting me hard, so I'm not cranking on him very hard, okay? We work basically together. My job is always to be one more than Mike. So if he's resisting at a 1, I'm at a 2. If he's resisting at a 9, I'm at 11. Yes. But when we're just drilling, I'm only matching whatever he's doing, enough to control him. And so when we're drilling, especially like right now when we're playing with the net, okay, just gonna put his neck in position, he's not really gonna fight me, and then have me move around a little bit. Again, now that he's moving, as soon as he goes to bump those hips, he's going from a 1 to a 4. Okay, because now that he's trying to bridge me, so as he ramps up, my pull ramps up. As he makes his explosion, I ramp up my control of his head to match whatever he's doing. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sitting here the whole time just squeezing at 11, the mic's just relaxing at a 1. And then I burn out, and you're like, my cardio sucks. No, it doesn't. You just gotta relax. Okay? I only have to be ahead of Mike just by a hair. It's the stupidest form of racing. I hate watching it, but watch like the palindrome guys that ride bikes. Okay? 1, 2 creeps. Constantly looking over his shoulder because they're just waiting to see who makes a run for it. Like they only race out of like 10 laps, they only race like 2. You know, other than that, they just kind of like dance with each other just for a little bit. But unfortunately, that's kind of like a jiu-jitsu match. Because I'm only gonna do enough to be ahead of him. That's how I conserve energy. That's how I relax in the middle of the match. Okay, and then when I'm ready, if I think I've got the advantage, I ramp it up. Okay, or vice versa. All right, let's give that a shot. Let's play with the next 1, 2, 3.
So if your neck hurts, and I'll listen to it for a week, my neck hurts.
Yeah, I know. And then Mike started doing it back to me. I'm like, hey, how dare you use my own stuff against me?
Farce. Rude. That's a farce. Okay, so do you...
Well, if you haven't noticed, Mike's got really good pressure.
Yes, because you know, we're here, and you try to bump, so do it real slow, and as you come, so now try. So if you hold,
Get it.
The ear to shoulder.
so then.
Hey, Nate, curiosity. Or do you use the shoulder?
So I tend to use the forward because again, I typically go into the first.
Good.
Now, again, you have the ball. So what I'll do is,
Yeah, so the new one.
then I'll put my head on the floor.
I feel sick. I'm certain that technique is give it a smile. Well, Mike's going, I didn't feel like
As you're doing that.
Well, again, angles create power. So if you were directly up against the lower part of my neck, you're not going to get the best level. Higher.
Make sure when you hit every corner.
So now, if I bring this hand through,
turn left.
Yeah.
Good, no, pretty good. You had a really good form pressure there. That's what you want. Keep you waiting.
And that's, you can tell the head, man.
Yeah, but then when I went like that, it's like your hips.
Yeah.
And then I went to, I had the chin, I had that pushing away, and then I dropped your head up. Even the difference between just the shoulder and the head.
Yeah.
For arm and leg, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you want to find the shoulder. They can't get it. So here, and then try to, so you got, and as you're going, see, I can't barely see that. Well, that's good is if I can't get my upper body, I'm gonna try to leave it. But we're not doing that. So go ahead and try. Rude. See that? Yeah. So bring this here towards your shoulder. And then go.
Don't do it like a top.
So, if you do that, you have a hard time.
Yeah. It comes from both sides, that's terrifying.
So about 1 more minute and then we'll switch over.
Hold on to your knee. All right, reset. I have to rely on him. All right, ready? Go.
That tends to be a position I play in where you were just at. Just bring my hand in and just go.
You can notice what do you mean? The angle is so much better.
I've been finding that I'm using the depth clutch less and less.
Because you have angle and straight down angle.
So I felt more like this, a lot more, than playing like this.
The head, yeah, big difference.
Yeah. Because whenever you button,
Even on that last one, there's more over.
You get like mother's milk and yeah. That could have been submission.
But you know, but to the point, it's like you're here, just under the crown, not on top of the crown.
And then also I get a lot of space to make my connection.
You're strong, you're strong.
No, you don't hang out in side control. Like, that's what losers do.
That is what I would do.
I'll be honest, that's where I rest.
You and Melissa and Ruth Ann are like,
I
and then you get the reverse
Like,
press and
you
you're
should
like,
not
ah.
rest in bottom side control.
Totally rest on the bottom side.
You should be fighting to get out.
Fighting for your life down there. I might rest in guard sometimes. So I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so we're gonna go over one more control piece. Because we are wearing the key. Okay? So now, this is Florida, so we don't wear the gi that much in real life. We don't wear the gi in real life either. Shut up. Yes, you do. Every time you wear a jacket, you wear a gi. Okay? Every time you wear a jacket. I don't care if it's a windbreaker, I don't care what style jacket it is. The biggest difference is we're not Europeans, so we don't put belts over our jackets. We just wear our jackets.
That's an inside joke we don't get.
No. But people wear jackets all the time. That's a key time. The zipper is actually like one of the strongest parts of every jacket that's out there. It's overstitched, things of that nature. Then it connects to a collar. That collar is like quadruple layered, stitched. It's the heaviest part of whatever the garment is. Okay? Even if you're just wearing a button-up shirt, okay, where the buttons go, that's like doubled and tripled over, plus extra stitching. It may tear out in other places, but rarely does this horseshoe around your neck tear out. Okay? So, easiest part is when we wear a real life, like I said, that jacket's not connected to a belt. It's just undone, it's out in the open. Okay? And then when we get in competition, these gis come undone very quickly. Okay? So, that's going to be part of our control. So if Mike's gi is out, and I've got it in through here, this hand goes under his head. I'm going to take the gi. I like to give it a little yank. Okay? And then we feed it. Feed the hand up by the head. Now remember what we talked about, where the control sits. Control's here between the hip and the armpit. And I put something in its place. Okay? This is connected to the inside of Mike's armpit. So what's actually happening right now is my left hand, by connecting to the gi is now doing what my right hand was doing. My left hand's still controlling his head, because I got the gi. My left hand now is doing the job of two. And this hand now starts to get a little bit of freedom. Because the gi now is doing the job predominantly that this hand was doing. So, we're gonna take the gi, we're gonna pull it out. Again, I like to give it a quick little yank, because he might be laying on it a little bit. We're gonna feed it to the hand that's up here by the head. Okay? Get a good grip, don't grab it out here. There's too much slack. I wanna feed it as deep as possible. And then I start to pull it in underneath him so that I can put pressure into his neck with my arm like we did earlier. Okay? So now, go ahead and move, Mike. Originally, that was the one that sucked. But again, the gi now is doing the job that this one was assigned to. But it's all connected completely up to Mike's head. Okay? Because the underside of the armpit's a major control point, so is the hip. If I can keep Mike looking that direction as much as I can, okay, really difficult to look that way and turn this way. Okay? So I always go with a little principle. I always say to myself, I do it jokingly, but as we're rolling, I'll be like, stop looking at me. Okay? Because if he's looking at me, that means his hips can face me. If I make him look that way, his hips are gonna have a hard time going the other way. So I play around with it. I joke all the time. Stop looking at me. Exactly. Because it's a reminder of where he should be facing rather than at me. So now let's feed that gi. We go into our side control. Okay. His frames are up. Again, if we're wearing jackets in real life, this thing is loose already. So I find where the zipper would be, and I feed to the hand up here. And again, I want it as deep as possible. Then pull, so it automatically draws his shoulder to me, and when it does, I can lift and put pressure into his head. He's automatically starting to roll this direction. So now when Mike starts to try to move, it's another great controlling position, but now it's using the gi to become extra strong. Yeah, that's good. Oh no.
I was the last one, so I can roll with that. I think we're on the next one. No. Oh, no. We're on each.
Alright, so usually it's entry, and nights and like.
There's like not a code. We can't get inside. I don't have a code. You have to get a code.
Right. Bring him up under your arm.
Deep as you can. Yes. Now switch your grip. Go
Try to.
the other way.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then pull. Yes. And you're seeing now he's already looking in this direction. So now go and start to pull.
Fowler.
You working in, love? You look like you're wanting to. You look like you're revving up.
Keep it cold tight. Pull it this way and use this. Yeah.
She doesn't want me to level today, Dad.
Yeah, that's even worse.
She doesn't want me to go. I have a little leg.
Then I'll flip into a butterfly. And that.
You can't serve me. Not Dave.
Yes. Yes.
Keep control. You're actually getting it better today than you have.
You can. The question starts to become, see, I'm doing all this work because one, I'm hoping for more control. If I need to use the hand, I can. But the goal is, as much as possible, I feed the lapel up there, try to rely on this one less. So that this one now can feel free to start exploring, maybe to control your legs, so I can start setting a mount or something of that nature. Because I did a Hickson seminar, and he kind of had a point. He had a guy come up on the stage with him. He said, "Okay, hold me aside." And man, what the guy did, man, just death clutch. Well, it helps him. He goes, "Man, it's really good." He goes, "But how do you tap it out?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "No, you were doing this incredible job. It's awesome." He goes, "But it literally felt like you could like it felt like you had to hold on to it because you were afraid that I was going to get out." He goes, "So who's that stuff?" So my example of that is like when I was a kid, is you're going out, you're finding snakes, you pick up the snake and it's all cool as long as the snake's dangling down here. And then it comes up and it wraps around your wrist. And now you're like I can't let go now. And that's how you don't want to feel. When you're in the dominant position, you want to feel like you're completely in charge. I want to be able to get control in, and then be able to go, I can now start to let go, so I can attack. Well, in most instances, I already have multiple points of contact. The fact that they're just laying on top. But now what's going to happen is most people, they latch on with their arms because they're not allowing their body to do the work that they should. Now, you're smaller than me, so when you get up on top of me, I hate to say it, but the idea that you're going to pin me in place, movement beats power. So every time I think I'm going to push you over, you shift your hips and go into like north south to get, because if I'm trying to push this way, I'm super powerful. But if I'm pushing and all of a sudden you move, then now I'm trying to push becomes less powerful. I said, the guy that kicked my ass probably the most in competition, I have my losses. But the guy that made me kind of rethink what I was doing only weighed about 145 pounds. Yeah. I'm 100 pounds bigger than him, and I'm skilled. So again, it's not like I'm a newbie. You know, I've got a 100 pound difference. I am a skilled individual. And the way he was playing his guard, the way he was moving, he was just zapping my energy. Like every time I'm trying to push on him, like if it was a bigger body and I pushed him,
So when I bought mine,
you know, at that point in time, I pushed, they pushed back, okay, and
they're
then
nice though.
we moved. But with him, I'm trying to push, and then he's just circling. So now it's like every time I try to keep up with him,
You can't sweat with your brother. You can't
he's just
sweat with
literally stealing my power from me. So for you, the part you should be thinking about quite often is one, you gotta keep your hips low, you gotta be as heavy as you can, or you're lighter. The next part you gotta be thinking is every time you feel them starting to try to push to be strong, you should be thinking yourself. Not his legs, because again, if you think safety is by going around his legs, you put you in trouble. So you gotta go over. And then you gotta using Shakira quite often. So as they're trying to make a connection, the hips are constantly moving, so it's not a single placement that they can put a hand on, things of that nature. All right. So now let's put a partner on the back. Lock up into side control. Get whatever grip you feel comfortable with. And then what we're going to do is we're going to resist. So the goal through here. This is a live roll, but it's not. Okay? No submissions. The goal, person on bottom, your goal is to either get on top, get to your knees, okay, or pull guard. If you can establish one of those, get to your knees, get on top, or pull guard, we're going to consider that a win, and then we reset. Okay? Top person, your job, pin them down, hold them in place, and if you can achieve mount or a back take, that's going to be a win for you. Whenever somebody gets a win, reset back to the beginning and do it again. Make sense? So, bottom person, pull guard, get to your knees, or roll them over and get on top. Once that happens, okay, we go with the magic 3 seconds of control, okay, and then shut it down and reset. Top person, mount them, 3 seconds of control, okay, or take their back, 3 seconds of control, and then reset.
Yep.
All right, grab the fucker.
We didn't have one to read.
Dave, you want in on this?
I promise.
He'll be fine. He'll just die slowly.
Give me.
Yeah, I'm good. I was just trying to
Okay, well then you can run your timer too.
find it out.
Get your timer.
What was it? I have to regard.
Oh,
Yeah, you got
you
your
wanna go
guard,
first or
take
you want
back.
top first? Here, I'll pick
Just
up.
get on top. Just get on top.
On time a little.
Reverse all that.
Let's go 2 minutes. So remember what your goals are. Either pull guard, physically get on top.
No
or get to your
submissions
knees.
though. Yeah, no.
Now again,
Oh,
remember,
knees,
I can
reversal.
put
Yeah,
pressure on
yeah,
you,
yeah.
I can't do any submissions. So
Don't
it's
let
kind
you
of
settle and mount or take back.
Yep.
Those are the only two things you're working on.
Yes, putting your legs between the two of us.
Wait, right knee, right? Right knee, right? Okay, the one that's not yours. We're like one great person. No, no submission. No, I didn't, obviously. I'm a biscuit eater, that's me. Go to your square. Go to your square. No, low.
1 minute remaining.
I didn't mean to grab your booty. Pace yourself. Make sure you're, talk to your partner. There you go. It's okay, you should start with the thing, but there's not to the
Looks like I want to start to head feel it a little bit.
Perfect.
30 seconds
Yes.
remaining.
No, that's smart. Oh, okay. The whole point is to continue.
Yes.
Well, I don't know shit. I don't know shit. Lying ass. I learned it. Yeah. The shit company, really. What that? Yes.
10 seconds remaining.
Friendly banter. I'm not hostile, motherfucker.
3, 2, 1.
Time.
Honey!
Alright, so when you guys want to jump in?
I walked right. Can I get in? Jeremy, just be very careful.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, understood.
Are your ribs hurting? Your riblets? No, the other Jeremy.
Remaining.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one. Sorry, Jeremiah. Jeremy. Sorry. Jeremiah.
3,
I'm not comfortable enough to talk to you.
go.
No, Jeremy's still having PTSD as his ribs are showing up at his house. These guys are brutal. There you go, there you go. Nice. That's a reset. turn.
I'm trying.
Get to her guard.
No,
Now,
self-respect.
defense cheating. She didn't listen to her part. I said no submission.
Remaining.
I wasn't. I was just trying to get her to move, sir.
Purple belts are cheaters.
At least I show up for the warm-ups. I might be your only purple belt that shows up for the warm-ups.
True. Carmela just shows up for the rolling.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless Doug's with him.
Yeah,
That's the only
Doug,
time
Doug.
he's up.
But then they're 10 minutes late.
They're 10 minutes late instead of
30
45 minutes
seconds
late.
And
remaining.
that's still on the floor before Shaka will.
Yeah.
How do you want this? Yeah, sure. Okay. Ready?
Destroyed
Set. Go. You're doing fantastic.
10 seconds remaining.
Come up with this game
Three,
of
1.
Time. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick pick. And then those that have that responsibility thing they gotta do today. Those that don't, stay and play.
Well, my boss said I could take a mental health day. Show it up. Did she?
10 seconds
Your
remaining.
boss's idea of a mental health day is getting choked.
Point taken.
Yeah. Hi, Bubby. I know I didn't say good morning.
Nope.
I know I didn't say good. My friend.
Hi, y'all ready?
1, 2, 3.
Got it.
Hi, I'm sorry. It was a try morning.
All right, those want to keep rolling. Grab a partner.
What happened to Jeremiah?
It was a try morning. Literally yesterday.
myself. It was literally 5 hours ago.
We were so busy this morning.
Your ears were burning?
I just,
I didn't tap when I should have. Oh, that's when it was that.
How are you the nicest and sausage?
He's important to I can't tell. I know
So if we buy like say steaks, he gets one. Now he doesn't get we cut it up so that while we
I'm in trouble on
if the food on his plate, he will be sitting next to me. And then he'll take his nose and he'll go. Or like, and there's times he'll like,
No, our dog's good sandwich. We're like, he's
so then,
I heard my name.
so then I'll sit there, I'll take a bite, and then I'll give him a bite.
Oh, no, it's okay.
And if he feels like I'm not going fast enough, it's not working right now.
You're helping your daddy.
Rodeo, that's what it was. It was the rodeo. Because I shot
Look at him, just so happy all the time. Yeah, nobody. Go. He's penal today. It's not like I've been throwing up.
There's so many victims that think you want to
I'm
go.
on chin watch right now, so. What? No biting. No, not supposed to bite. Alright, come on, go. Let's go watch this. Okay. I went to 4th of July and I had Grace was there and she thought she could sneak up on me. She's like, I just got
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, my wife didn't like the jujitsu.